Hello, morning, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo for this deadline stream. Obviously, it is Boxing Day. There's football on today, and we're gonna get into it. So yeah, morning, everyone. Hope everyone's obviously had a good Christmas and enjoyed themselves as well. And yeah, back to football. Another deadline stream. How you doing, Jordan? How's everything been?
Yeah, everything's good, thanks. Hopefully everyone had a nice Christmas and happy Boxing Day to all. And yeah, it's quick and fast. Another deadline stream for Gameweek 19 just around the corner. So there's a lot to talk about, I think, up to the build-up to the Boxing Day fixtures.
Yeah, definitely is. There is quite a few interesting matches on today. Looking forward to the football, to be fair. We've got 5 fixtures today, and then we've got 3 on Wednesday, and then a couple on Thursday as well. But yeah, and then obviously we've got game week 20 coming around very quick as well. So yeah, let's get into game week 19. Obviously, on the screen you can see the boss team and what is currently looking like in terms of lineup. So in goal, I've got Dubravka. Back four, we're looking at Pedro Porro, Trippier, Gabriel, and Trent. In the midfield four, I've got Son, Saka, Salah captain, Gordon. And up top, I've got Watkins and Solanke. And then the bench, I've got Areola, Archer, Taylor, and Palmer, who is suspended as well. So that is the team. Obviously, I was going to start Palmer. However, he went and picked up the yellow card. So I've swapped him out for Gabriel, who's got West Ham at home. Same for you, Jordan. Just quickly, just read out your boss team.
So yeah, in goal we've got obviously Leno. Back four we've got Taylor, Pedro Porro, Trippier, and Branthwaite. In the midfield three we have Salah, Saka, and Hwang. And up front we've got the forwards Wissa, Alvarez, and Watkins. And not much to say on the bench. A lot of injuries for the players, but apart from that, we've got the goalkeeper Areola.
Mm-hmm. And again, in terms of your transfer plans, what are you thinking? Any change of mind, anything like that?
Well, so far, there's still no Haaland news, so it's not sure whether he's going to start or not for Game Week 19, which obviously, if he doesn't, it does affect my transfer plans because I was hoping to bring Haaland in the sense that he would start in Game Week 19, but it doesn't look like it's going to be. And my transfer plans obviously will go with what I went with in the team selection, which was taking out Taylor and bringing in Trent.
Would that be for Taylor or would that be for Simicast to Trent? And then bench Taylor?
It would be... I mean, yeah, I could do Simicast too. Obviously Trent as well. I think because I'm wildcarding next week, it doesn't really matter much.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, so Trent coming in for you, looks like. We've got SJ in the chat who says hi. Hi guys. Obviously Pranav as well. Hey Haas, hey Jordan, hope you are both doing well. Trippier as a differential captain, considering St. James. No, not feeling it. If I'm being honest, Pranav, I'd rather have captain Trent as a differential against Burnley if I had to pick a defender. But look, could pay off for yourself there. It's just not for me. I want a captain Salah, I think, or even a Liverpool player, ideally. So I'm sticking the captaincy on Trent. Just going to zoom in actually to my team a bit more. It's a bit better, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. Chat from Charnel, Captain Son or Darwin Captain. Let's discuss captaincy while we're on the subject. So, obviously, I'm on Salah. I'm just seeing who you're on. Are you on Alvarez? I see you've swapped to Alvarez.
Yeah, it was on Salah, and then I switched to Alvarez. I could possibly swap again. Still deciding who who to captain this week because Salah is the obvious choice, but so was Watkins last week, and it didn't really pay off the captaincy. So I'm a bit deciding who to captain. It's siding towards maybe Watkins, who's got Man United away. It's a weird fixture, but yeah, the captaincy might go on Watkins or Salah.
Okay, so you're not sure on Alvarez yet, still as well.
No, it's just set on Alvarez for now, but I might change my captain nearer the time of the deadline stream. But yeah, I'm still undecided who the captain will be for me.
Yeah, well, let's talk about captaincy because I've got it on Salah, who's got Burnley away. There's Son, who's potentially a captain-worthy pick. He's got Brighton away. We know Brighton are conceding goals as well. Son's on a bit of form. You've mentioned maybe Watkins, who's got Man United. Again, it's a tougher fixture, potentially, away game.
Mm-hmm.
There's Alvarez as well, who's got Everton as well. So you've got it on him at the moment. Darwin, captaincy. If you want to take a punt, I mean, that's mad going on Darwin, but I'm not sure I would do it again. But it's one of those games where, it could pay off something like that for yourself. Liverpool away form isn't that great. Why would you gamble on Trent captain? Yeah, I mean, I'll say the same. Why would you gamble on Darwin captain? I just think Trent is I'll rather captain Trent, I think, over a Darwin right now. If I had to captain a Liverpool player. But yeah, with Charnel's comment, Son. I don't hate captaining Son against Brighton. Sorry, Brighton again. We've seen them concede a lot of goals, no clean sheets so far this season. Son looks like he's on form, consistently getting returns. He seems as well, but I'm happy with it on Salah. I think I'm not going to switch. Salah, I was impressed with his goal against Arsenal as well. So yeah, I'll probably stick it on Mo. Yeah. What about you? What's Watkins? What's the thinking behind Watkins and going there? If you were tempted with Ollie Watkins,
Well, I wouldn't be surprised that Aston Villa put 3 or 4 behind Man United at home because we've seen it before. Man United, even at Old Trafford, aren't as great as they are when they play away. So
Aston Villa are at home, by the way. Sorry, Aston Villa are away. My bad. It's at Old Trafford.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, at Old Trafford. Yeah, I've not been impressed with Man United's performances. They've been pretty deflated. So I wouldn't be surprised if Watkins can score maybe 1 or 2 behind Man United because it seems like if they do concede 1, they just give up. And I can see Aston Villa scoring maybe more than 1 goal against Man United, and if they're in that sort of, I don't know, that sort of attitude of they'll concede 1 and give the game up to Aston Villa, then yeah, Watkins becomes a nice, great captain, I think, in that sense.
Yeah, it's more of like a feeling thing, I guess. Obviously, Watkins is playing well as well. He's consistently returning. As Aston Villa have shown this season, they are playing really well. Man United, on the other hand, aren't. And it could be a good punt as well. Are you guys having a look at teams? I don't know what you mean by that, spaghetti and beans. Souček to Douglas Luiz for a -4. I took Watkins to Solanke already for a -4. Souček to Douglas Luiz. I mean, who's Souček got? He's got Arsenal. Probably not. I don't know. I probably would have taken -4 for Douglas Luiz personally. So yeah, I wouldn't personally. What about you?
Well, I've seen why he done it because you took out Watkins, so you at least want an Aston Villa asset, I think, for that Man United game, which he's taken out Souček to get Douglas Luiz in for the cover. But for a -4, I mean, I'd probably have to captain Douglas Luiz if I was to do that move, because to make up for the -4.
Yeah, which you're probably not going to do, I guess.
No, I probably wouldn't do it for -4. It's probably more of a free transfer. I'd rather to do that move.
Yeah, David, should I start Foden or Diaby? Definitely, I think Foden. Foden's got obviously Everton. Diaby's got Man United, but I just think Foden's a higher upside potentially pick. So I would go Foden still for that pick there. Lascelles and Gordon news says Evan as well. From as I hear, apparently I've seen rumors that Lascelles could actually drop out for this one, and Botman looks like he could start. So if that is the case and Botman is starting, then that's bad news for Lascelles owners. So with Lascelles, I'm actually not sure that he will start. With Gordon, I've also seen some people saying he could get rotated. Again, it's just rumors at this point. I still think Gordon will probably start. If Gordon doesn't start and we hear news, then obviously we'll take him out. But as far as I'm aware of now, Gordon should start. And if not, hopefully you've got a decent bench option as well, as I've got Archer. But yeah, Lascelles, I'm not sure he starts. Gordon, I think he will.
Yeah, I think he will. I mean, he was a doubt, or there was a bit of doubt last game week about Gordon starting or not. But even Isak as well, there's doubts of both of them not starting. But somehow they did play. So there is hope, I think, for Gordon. But Lascelles, I'm not too sure.
And David, do you think Joe Gomez will start? Yeah, I think Joe Gomez will start because Liverpool don't have any other left back currently fit. Both of Liverpool's natural left backs are now injured. Robertson's been out for a while now, and he's not expected back to the end of January. We know Tsimikas has broken his collarbone, and Tsimikas is out for quite some time now. So Liverpool, unfortunately, a lot of clubs, we speak about injuries, and Liverpool actually have a lot of injuries right now, building up slowly. You've got Robertson out for a significant period of time. You've got Tsimikas now out for a significant period of time. Gomez is out. Sorry, not Gomez. Matip's out for the majority of the season. You've got Bajcetic out for a few months. You've got Thiago who's missed months. You've got Jota who's out. You've got McAllister who's out. Liverpool have a lot of injuries right now as well. And obviously, as a Liverpool fan, it's not great. So, but I believe Joe Gomez will start because there's no other option really. Just seeing what my Haaland hold plan failed. Been on my bench since game week 16. What should I do with Haaland? I think if you got this far with Haaland, you could potentially just keep him now because he probably will be back in game week 20. I mean, this is why I got rid of Haaland in game week 17 now, because I had a feeling that he would be a lot more serious than Pep was talking about. So I got rid of him, obviously, for Solanke. And that paid off straight away. But yeah, with Haaland, I think at this stage, you could just hold him because the chances are he probably will be back in game week 20, right?
Yeah, because there's no point really if you get rid of him now, especially after holding him for this long, and then he ends up playing in game week 20, then you're going to be at another loss as well if you take out Haaland and he ends up playing and you haven't got him in your team. So yeah, I think holding on to him until he's actually back is now the way to go.
If you have Haaland, I'll probably start him this week, just in the outside chance somehow surprise he starts. I'll just probably start him. But yeah, with hindsight, everyone that had Haaland should have sold him that week. When we knew he's not going to play, rather than holding him, I think it was a mistake potentially for people that did hold him. I think when we found out, I think getting rid of Haaland was probably the move for Solanke. A lot of us did move. I think that was probably like a move that we should have all made around that period because we knew Haaland was going to miss out. Trent may or may not play as a midfielder. Klopp doesn't want us to concede. Maybe after getting some confidence, he might. I mean, I expect Trent to play where he plays. Obviously, right back, starting at right back, but coming inside, obviously, into that midfield, and getting chances. So yeah, Trent. We'll have to see what Liverpool's makeup of their squad is. I think Klopp will go with Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, and then he will go Gomez left back. I think the midfield three, he'll probably play Endo, and then he'll probably play Szoboszlai and Jones. And up front, I think he'll go Darwin, Gakpo, and Nunes. I think will start up front or on the left. But I think Gakpo will start today with Nunes up front. But yeah, we will see. I still think Trent could be a nice little. I mean, there's a lot of Trent FOMO going around right now. A lot of people are rushing to bring Trent in now.
Yeah, he's the next best defender to go for at the moment with the form he's on. And yeah, obviously Klopp doesn't want Liverpool to concede because the way it is close to the table at the moment, goal difference may play a part later on in the season. But I still think Trent will play in his, like I said, in his normal position. I don't think there'll be any changes in that sense.
Whom do you pick for this game week, Martinelli or Archer? You got to play Martinelli, right?
I mean, naturally, I would play Archer over Martinelli just because of the fixture. Because Archer has a nice one against Luton at home, and Martinelli has West Ham at home, so I don't know what to expect. What Martinelli can do in that game. I mean, he may play pretty decent, but his end result may not be a return. But I might take a chance on Archer getting maybe another goal again against Luton at home.
Yeah, I mean, I just think with the Archer thing, I think Archer, he's just one of those players. I feel like when you play him, he's gonna blank, and when you bench him, he's gonna score. Like he feels like one of those players. So for me, I would play Martinelli. I know I've not actually been impressed with Martinelli so far this season. I don't think he's been great. I think he's only got the 2 goals this season so far. I thought he was quite poor against Liverpool, but I will still probably play Martinelli just because he's got the upside. We know Arsenal, they do sometimes spread the goals out. Martinelli could get the goals this time. Saka could get blank. So I still would play Martinelli if I had him. You know, if you're not happy with Martinelli, then I'll just sell him rather than bench him and take a punt on a Richarlison or someone else in that midfield. Lazy parkour. Hey fellas, drop one. Porro, Gabriel, Colwell. Who you dropping?
I would probably draw Colwell, I think, because I still think Crystal Palace can score against Chelsea, so I don't really see a clean sheet in that fixture. Even though West Ham, obviously Gabriel plays West Ham. Gabriel has attacking threat like we saw last game. He did get a header goal from set piece, so I'd rather play him. And Pedro Porro has attacking threat as well. So I think the least amount of attacking threat out of those picks is Colwell, and the likelihood of a clean sheet as well is less from Chelsea. So I'd pick Colwell to drop.
Jordan, do you have Brantford in your team? Says SJ. I believe you do. No, yeah, you do.
Yeah, I sure do. And I'm in the position to play Brantford, which I'm not against at all. I think Brantford against Man City at home isn't a bad fixture, especially the way Everton are playing at home. That boosts the morale from their 10-point deduction seems to have improved their overall performances in their matches. So Man City are looking a bit wobbly too, which gives a bit of confidence, but we'll have to see.
Vela with a comment, Bowen or Watkins. For this game week, Watkins for me. I think Watkins has Man United. I think that's an easier fixture than Bowen, who's got Arsenal.
Yeah, I do think that Man United game, I'm not confident. As a Man United fan, I'm absolutely not confident with that fixture. I have a funny feeling that Aston Villa are going to be literally all over us in that game, and we're just going to crumble at Old Trafford. I have no positive vibes coming from that game, so I would probably be having Watkins over Bowen, even though I like Bowen for that Arsenal fixture. I still think Watkins will outscore Bowen this week.
Yeah, obviously being against Arsenal as well, obviously a tougher fixture. Arsenal actually have the highest clean sheet odds of any team as well. Arsenal are I think 48% chance of a clean sheet this week against West Ham. So just natural by stats. I think, yeah, but Watkins. But yeah, guys, if you are in the chat still, do hit that like button if you're enjoying the content. And also, if you are new around here, make sure you do smash the smash the subscribe button, I should say. So like, subscribe, and all that good stuff for the algorithm. So we're gonna pull up fixtures in a bit as well. Do you want to do your transfers, Jordan? Are you set on your moves? Do you want to lock them in? Obviously, we'll check the community draft out as well in a sec.
Yeah, I can lock my moves in.
Seems like a straightforward sort of week, I think.
I mean, yeah, hopefully, without any shocks or surprises to it, it should be a nice, easy week to get through. But yeah, I think I'll do the transfers. I think regardless if Ireland plays or not, I think I'm just going to do this transfer anyway, the best effort. So I'm going to take Taylor out and replace him with Trent, and who's got Burnley away. And that is for obviously 1 free transfer, which leaves 1.5 million in the bank. So I'll just make that transfer now. So just to confirm, Taylor out for Trent in for 1 free transfer. And if I just switch to the other screen, I'll just show you the team with Trent in it. So yeah, there he is. He's locked in. I'll even change the captaincy over to Watkins as well, and then put the vice on Salah and save that. And for the time being, Watkins is my captain for Game Week 19.
Nice one. So there you go. Jordan's bought in Trent now. Switching over back to mine as well. This is what my team looks like as well. So these are both our teams. The way we're set up for Game Week 19. Obviously, we are very close now in rank. I think you're 1 point ahead of me on actual total points.
Yeah, caught up a lot of points. It was like a 40-50 gap.
I think it was more than that. I think it was like 670. At one point, I remember you were like 70 points ahead of me.
And yeah, 70 down to 1 in quick succession of bad game weeks for me.
Yeah, I've had obviously quite a few good weeks since that wild card. I think it's helped me out. Obviously, it seems like you're going to wild card as well. We'll do videos. I think we'll have to do a wild card video. Obviously, if you are going to wild card, there are other people, I'm guessing, considering it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the injuries I have that again have popped up, it has forced me into a wild card, and the players that go to Asia Cup and AFCON as well, like Salah, Huang, obviously Decore, and henceforth again it's going to hamper my transfer plans.
Yeah, you got quite a few. You got Decore, who will be off to AFCON, right?
If he's fit, obviously, because he has hamstring injury.
Yeah, Simicast out. Matoma will go Asia Cup. Huang will go. Salah will go.
Yeah.
So you've got a few.
Yeah, so it's going to take more than a few transfers and hits to fix that. It's definitely a wild card move to go with.
Mm-hmm. Did anyone take a -4? Nope, none of us took a -4. I've actually taken 2 -4s. I took a -4 in game week 17, and then I also took a game -4 in game week 18. So I've taken back-to-back -4s. One of them paid off, and one of them also sort of paid off. So it's going okay in terms of the hits. Merry Christmas both, says Dan the Man. Would you do Diaz to Foden or Odegaard? Foden means Salah to Bowen next week. Odegaard means Salah to Bailey. I would do Foden to Bowen, I think. I think Diaz, obviously we saw in that Arsenal game, he did get hurt again on his knee. We don't know how serious it is. I don't think he'll be out for a long time, but it could be enough to miss today's game. So if I had Diaz, I probably would get rid of him for someone like a Foden, in my opinion. I don't know what you think, Jordan, obviously, with Diaz.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to take out. Well, obviously, I would like to take out. Yeah, actually, I like the move because Foden does have Sheffield United after the Everton fixture, so that follows up really nicely with that. And I think I would prefer Foden over Odegaard in terms of that transfer too. So yeah, I think I would do Diaz to Foden, and Foden means Salah to Bowen next week. Yeah, I like the long-term plan for that, Dan.
Yeah, because obviously Bowen as well. Next week looks like a nice move as well. Pranav, would you consider KDB this season? Yeah, definitely. I think KDB is a big asset when he's back. We know he's expensive, but if he comes back soon, we've not got Salah potentially because he'll be sold from our teams. Son, he'll be off, so we will have money to spend on players like KDB. So yeah, KDB definitely will be an option. It's just when is he going to be back? Hopefully he, for Man City's sake, he's back soon. Obviously, he's a big miss for them. But yeah, definitely you'll have to consider him when he is fit, and if he can show us a bit of form, which I'm sure he will. Also, guys, hit the like on the stream, please. Well, I do want to take a look at fixtures as well. In a bit. Got 4 games today. I'll just share my screen with you guys. Any standout fixtures, Jordan?
I think it will have to be obviously the Man United one. I think there's a big upset in that fixture at Old Trafford. I'm pretty nervous for that game and not knowing what to expect from it, because I don't really expect much from Man United, but I expect a lot from Aston Villa. And it could be one of those heavy defeats. I mean, I think Man United will just park the bus and in the hopes of stopping Aston Villa. But yeah, I don't really see them scoring. I mean, Man United haven't scored a goal in the last 4 games, which doesn't provide confidence in this fixture at Old Trafford against Aston Villa, who look pretty dangerous on the attack. And yeah, a bad feeling for that game and the result for it.
Yeah, obviously we've got Newcastle as well. Start the game week off against Forest. I'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully Watkins. I mean, we should get early team news surrounding Gordon. I'm just gonna go on and check if there's anything around Gordon noise, but I don't think there will be. So yeah, that will be a good game. Bournemouth, Fulham. Can Solanke do it again? I'm sure we'll be keeping an eye out on that game. Sheffield, Luton. Again, we've got Archer. Some of us are playing Archer. Burnley, Liverpool again. If Salah is your captain, we'll be watching that one, and then Watkins obviously against Man United as well. I'm just gonna go back and share my team.
But yeah, I have pulled up the community draft as well, because last week I was unable to access it, but this week I was able to get back into obviously the fantasy draft, and it has done pretty well. Obviously 52 points this week, but you've also broke into the top 1 million, because the overall rank is now 918k. So it was a pretty good week. Son was the captain this week, so he got 14 points, which was a nice captaincy, especially in the absence of Haaland. And yeah, we'll just have a look at what the team looks like for 19.
We've got to take Tsimikas potentially out or play Ben White.
Yeah, it's looking like Ben White is the ultimate pick from the selection we have, because Pedro and
we should make a move potentially as well. And who's the captain, guys? Let us know in the chat very quickly on the community draft team. I mean, Son, we could just stick it on Son, I think. We've got Brian. Done us well last week. We could just leave it on Son.
Yeah, in terms of fixtures, apart from Trent, he probably has the next best one.
Yeah, Trent could be a nice differential captain. Yeah, Hwang, I'm not sure about, honestly. But we've got Brentford away. We'll see what he does. Gross as well, I'm not sure about. Do you want to use a transfer, or do you think you could roll with this team? Let us know, guys.
I think there's 2 free transfers, so we do have to use one, because last week we did use a transfer.
For me, the culprits that we're going to make a move on, for me, are Gross or Hwang, personally. Maybe even João Pedro, and go 3 up front, and then bench one of Hwang or Gross. I'm not sure about João Pedro.
Yeah, João Pedro, not sure whether he will start or not.
What forward is there? What about Jesus?
Jesus, his ownership it's 5%. So yeah, Jesus is eligible.
You could do João Pedro to Jesus and play Jesus, Darwin, Alvarez up front. Just a suggestion. Anyone in the chat, let us know what you think of that. Would you think Jesus, bringing him in with Arsenal's fixtures as well? That fixture on Arsenal going to go on. I like Jesus actually, even though he's a bit frustrating sometimes in front of goal, but he has that potential obviously to get a random haul. So yeah, could pay off. Richarlison, we've got him already.
Yeah, Richarlison's in the team already,
Yeah.
which has pretty worked out, considering we brought him in.
Jesus. Yeah, well, let's go Jesus then. We won't spend too long on the community draft, but yeah, I think Jesus is fine, and then you could do a defender as well if you want to take Simicast out. But what defender is it that you really want? I mean, there's Trent. I mean, the defense Poro's there, and then we're gonna have to play Ben White. I think playing Ben White is fine.
Yeah, the attacking threat, Ben White could get something out of that game and assist maybe. And then there's only Delo, which is the only weak link in that defense, I think, for this week.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything from him.
Yeah, we'll leave it as that then. We'll roll another one into next week. And we'll do Jesus in. I think that's a differential. That's spicy. Hopefully, break us into top 500k as well.
But yeah, it's doing well so far, guys. Top 1 mil.
Catch up with us soon. I think this team. Obviously, a lot of these players like Poro, Trent, we've got now in our team. Son, we bought these in with a very low ownership. So
yeah, I'll just make that transfer. So João Pedro out for you guys in community drafts, and Jesus in for that one free transfer. And yeah, that is confirmed, locked in. Son captain by Son.
and play your subs. Obviously, Jesus is on the bench. Take off Simicast as well.
So... Oh yeah, out of those, who are we going to bench for?
I think
Jesus on.
Got to be Huang or Gross, surely.
I'll put Huang on the bench.
Then you play obviously Ben White for Simicast. I think that's it. Captain Son.
Yeah, that is good to go.
Lovely. There we go. Moving back then over to our team. Any other questions, guys? Let us know. Also, put in the chat who you guys are bringing into your teams. I want to know what your transfer plans are, guys, as well.
Oh, Pranav says I would bench Alvarez.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, I definitely wouldn't, especially if Haaland doesn't play in Game Week 19. That means Alvarez is nailed on for 90 minutes again. And as the main forward and striker, you expect Alvarez to score a goal against Everton. Maybe tough, but that's the next man I would probably see scoring a goal.
Alvarez is one of the most important players Man City have in terms of goal scorers right now, reliable players that you're going to get the chances. So, no, definitely not. I think Alvarez is a buy, actually. If you've not got Alvarez, if Haaland's actually going to be out for some time, then Alvarez, I think, is a good pick. But yeah, going back to your team then. If you could bring up your actual...
Yeah, I'll switch back over.
Maybe do a bit of a wild card. Could do a bit of a wild card chat. If you was to wild card in Game Week 20, who are the players that you think are locks in your team at the moment? And would you have Salah in your wild card? Because obviously Salah will be there for Game Week 20. He will play against Newcastle. Would you go without Salah, or would you have Salah on your wild card?
I think I would go without him. I think just for that one game week where he has Newcastle, even though it is Newcastle and their away performances are pretty bad, and considering it's at Anfield too, it could be a good game for Salah before he goes to AFCON. But no, I think I would avoid. I think I would hope there's nothing huge for Salah in that game. But yeah, I probably would go without him in that one.
Okay, who are the locks then at the moment right now? Give me a few players that if you're wildcarding in Game Week 20, straight locks.
I think definitely, even though I've got a player already, I've got Trent now. He would be definitely a lock-in. Bowen, again, is another player I've missed out on, which I would want in my team as well. In terms of more midfielders, I'd probably want Richarlison as long as he's fit, because obviously Son goes to Asia Cup in that period of Game Week 21 onwards. So I'd like Richarlison as a nice replacement or another Spurs midfielder, if not Richarlison. In terms of other ones, I don't think I'd have Saka in there, so I'll probably take Saka out and bring in maybe a Chelsea asset. I am looking at Nkunku as maybe a potential asset as well, seeing how many minutes he plays against Crystal Palace in Game Week 19 after coming off the bench last game week and scoring in the later stages of
Yeah.
that game. So a Chelsea asset as well would be nice to add, whether it's Nkunku or maybe a Palmer. In terms of defence, I think Trent, Pedro Porro. I think my third defender is a bit undeciding because it was going to be Trippier, but now I'm having doubts whether Trippier is in my wildcard plans now. It will depend on how he plays against Nottingham Forest at home. Maybe it will influence my decision. But there is a defender window open for maybe taking out Trippier for someone else. But I might be tempted to bring in Gabriel for Arsenal as well, my wild card, because Arsenal fixtures are nice and Gabriel does show that attacking threat like we saw. So I'll probably run with three at the back of Trent, Pedro Porro, and Gabriel. Midfield, I'll probably have Bowen, Richarlison, and well, so far that's what I've got so far in my mind.
That's fair enough. Obviously, you've still got time to tinker.
Yeah.
You'll have a couple. I mean, actually, you won't have that long actually, because game week 20 is literally 3 or 4 days till turnaround. Pranav with Neto at the shout. Got a comment from Cavit as well. Wildcarding next week, so it seems that there are a couple of you wildcarding. Which punts can I take for every position? Have 2 free transfers. Well, 2 free transfers this week. Who are we punting on in terms of fixtures? It's hard to say, taking a look at the fixtures. Again, I think Darwin against Burnley is a decent punt if you've not got him. I know he's been a bit frustrating recent weeks, but I still like him for this fixture. Yeah, I think Darwin for me against Burnley. What about you, Jordan? If you had to take a punt this week, bringing in a player,
I think
Kulusevski
for who's got Brighton away. I think that would be a good punt to go on because a lot of people look at something with Richarlison, but I think Kulusevski can have a good game against Brighton, who haven't kept a clean sheet. So it all depends on who scores the goal, I think, against Brighton.
Yeah, Kulusevski could be a nice one week punt. Definitely. Brennan Johnson as well, if you want to go even different as well. Brennan Johnson, if he's a bit cheaper. In terms of defenders, I think Trent, obviously, he's not really a punt because more people are bringing him in now. I'm just trying to see who else there is you could take a punt on. I mean, you could go Douglas Luiz against Man United. Nkunku against Crystal Palace, I would be tempted potentially. But yeah, those are some of the players I think as a punt. 1 free transfer left. Should I do Trippier to Trent, Peppel to Alvarez, or Roll? I mean, I would be tempted to bring Alvarez in potentially. Is that a short-term move if Haaland's back? Probably not, because Alvarez is still going to play alongside Haaland. So
yeah,
and Alvarez could do well, but obviously Trent is the one. Would I want to take Trippier out personally? We know Trippier's not been great in the last couple games. However, I wouldn't want to take Trippier out before a home game against Nottingham Forest. So I wouldn't take Trippier out personally.
No, I'd keep him for one more fixture because they turn after that for Trent. Sorry, for Trippier, because then he has Liverpool and then Man City after that. So I wouldn't be confident playing Trippier for both of those games, and Nottingham Forest being the last fixture, which is easy for Trippier. Then yeah, I'll probably stick with Trippier, see what he can do against Nottingham Forest, and then unload him after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be selling Trippier this week, or even Gordon, anyone like that. I think Newcastle's fixtures are nice. It's at home. They are a lot better at home. So I think we'll keep the faith with them for another week and then decide after that. Another comment here from Cavit. Which goalkeeper should I get for this game week? Have triple City and Liverpool already.
Ooh.
Jordan, any thoughts on goalkeepers? I mean, who would you go for on a wild card as well? Because
I think I'd be still set on going for. Yes, I'd probably say Leno still, if I'm honest. I think
Leno.
Leno is still, the best. I think goalkeeper long term to have. I mean, his fixtures are a bit up and down, but yeah, I think for terms of the way Fulham are and Leno keeping clean sheets here and there, I think Leno is my goalkeeper pick long term.
Yeah, there's Leno. I think Dubravka again. I've got Dubravka, and Newcastle's fixtures aren't actually the greatest in the next couple fixtures. Obviously, Liverpool, City, Villa to come, but he's cheap. I mean, I don't know if I'd still get Dubravka in. I've got a couple clean sheets out of him, so I don't hate Dubravka. Leno is obviously fine. Areola, I still think is fine, so I'll probably just get Areola still. Take a look at Areola. Obviously, got the clean sheet against Man United. Fixtures: Arsenal, Brighton, Sheffield, Bournemouth. So not too bad from 20 to 22. I still think Areola's decent. I know he's not kept many clean sheets either, but yeah. Any idea on when the double game week happens and for who? Well, so far we know that Man City will have a double game week after their blank for the Club World Cup, but we don't exactly know when. We will make videos and content surrounding double game week, so make sure you are staying tuned. We know Luton and Bournemouth will have another double game week. So one reason why I want to hold on to Solanke potentially is because I know Solanke will have a double after that game that was suspended due to obviously Tom Lockyer in the incident there. So we know they'll have a double game week. We believe Liverpool will have a double game week as well, maybe game week 26, I think I heard. But yeah, it's nothing to worry about right now. I think double game week, but yeah, there are a few teams, and we will, make content when we hear when the doubles are, etc. What players you could be looking at, what to do, etc. In terms of strategies. Alex saying, will you take a hit, Jordan, this week to bring in another player?
No, I'm not taking any hits anymore. I'm just going to take free transfer, which I've done already from Taylor to Trent, and then look to wildcard next week and reshape my entire team into a better looking one, because I am hampered with injuries again, and it's going to take more than a few hits even for this week. I'm not even confident in taking a hit, even though Richarlison or Bowen could potentially return and make up for the hit. I just think I'm not going to take any risks this week again.
Yeah, and even if you bought him in, who would you bench out of those players? Maybe and Wiss has been very disappointing, I think, since you bought him in. It's not worked out, that transfer.
No, it hasn't worked out at all. It was a cheap alternative differential to go for in the absence of Mbeumo, but yeah, it hasn't worked out. He hasn't returned me anything. I'm hoping he can against Wolves at home. It's last chance, I think, Wissa, before he obviously exiled from the team.
Nice. I made Areola to Dubravka transfer, and 10 minutes later, I already played for West Ham against United, transferred in Pau Torres, and then I get to know that he wouldn't play against Sheffield United. Yeah, obviously, a lot of people benched Areola against Man United. Which was frustrating. Obviously, I had Areola and I benched him that week. Foden or Richarlison this week? I'm gonna go with Richarlison if he's fit. I think Richarlison is fit, by the way, guys, because I know there was Postecoglou who said Richarlison's fine. It was just a little minor issue he had, took him off, but he should be fine. So in that case, Richarlison is Brighton is the way I'd go for me. Comment here from Cavit as well. Petrovic, Dubravka, Vardy, Van Dijk, Gabriel, Bruno, Son, Salahkat, Son, Foden, Isaac, Alvarez. Any changes to make for this week while carding next week? Cheers. Any issues? I mean, Vardy, again, is for me is a potential issue if he's going to start. Gabriel's fine this week. Bruno, I'm not keen on him, but he's got a decent run of fixtures coming up, so you could hold Bruno. Son, Salah, Saka, Foden looks pretty fine. Isaac's a worry though, as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I was about to say Zach is the only problem. The rotation between him and obviously his injury issue with his groin, but he did play last game week, so it should be fine. Should be fine. It just depends how many minutes Zach plays between him and Wilson. That's the only issue.
Yeah, I'd just avoid Isak and Wilson. I just don't know who's going to play. You don't know who's going to be injured this week. I'd probably get rid of them both. Bradley with a comment: Leno, Colwell, Gabriel, Trippier, Bowen, Salah, Iwobi, Son, Darwin, Watkins, Archer. Should I roll or sell Iwobi into another midfielder? 11.5 million in the bank, said Bradley. I mean, Iwobi's got Man City, so yeah, I probably would sell him. Just taking a look, actually. 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, not Man City. What am I saying? Iwobi's got Bournemouth. I probably wouldn't sell Iwobi. Probably just keep him. But there's a lot of money you've got in the bank, so I would probably just keep Iwobi and then take him out next week. Only Isak starting. Sources Hamza. I don't know if that is confirmed or obviously what the leaks are saying.
That's definitely good news for the Isak owners, I think.
Yeah, I'm just seeing on Twitter right now. Sorry, guys, if there's any news regarding. Yeah, it seems like Lascelles. There was some news that dropped from an account about Lascelles missing out. So yeah, it does seem like if you've got Lascelles, you probably if you've got Lascelles, then yeah, you probably do need to bench him or transfer him out potentially. I'm just looking right now.
But Alex has said in the chat Gordon starts, which is, I think, a lot of people that have Gordon will be very happy with that news.
Yeah, obviously, not confirmed. I'm not sure if he does, but most likely. Yeah, I've seen actually some news as well about Gordon starting. So hopefully it is correct, the leaks and stuff. But yeah, it seems like Gordon will be starting. So yeah, happy days for us Gordon owners, and hopefully he can deliver for us there. You see, so yeah, I'm happy to hold him. I think the fixture you can't sell him before he's got Nottingham Forest at home as well. Isak starts as well. I think we've seen as well. Obviously, we mentioned Isak. Hamza in the chat. All right, Wilson's apparently benched. Dan, in one game week, I had Cash and Palmer suspended, Lascelles out and Diaz injured. Luckily, I have Gabriel, Darwin, Alvarez on the bench. Yeah, lucky you there, Dan. Because that would be that's sort of a situation you were in last week, was when you had all your players basically injured or suspended.
But yeah, it felt like it happened 2 or 3 game weeks for me. But luckily,
and even this game week, it sort of happened to you as well. You basically are playing every single player you can because your bench is a traffic light.
Yeah, literally, it's unfortunate. Matoma and Simicast got knocked out the same game week, and obviously Decore went out 2 game weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, hampered with injuries from all my bench players.
But yeah, taking a look at the fixtures, let's swap it back to. Actually, hold on, what's going on here? Fixtures. Also, we are streaming on. I'm just seeing when we're going to do the stream. What day are we streaming, Joe? Is it Wednesday we're going? Or Thursday? I think we said
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
With the double stream.
Okay. Because knee-jerk stream, sorry. I meant.
Oh, knee-jerk stream. Yeah, that will be probably
Thursday, right?
No, I think that is still Wednesday.
Okay. No, sorry, I think that was a Thursday, and then we were streaming on the 30th, I think, as well. I mean, we'll decide.
Yeah,
We'll have
it's
to
like
think because there's so many tight deadlines, as you guys can see. Putting content out at this period is mad because the deadlines just come thick and fast. So obviously 26th, and then another deadline on the 30th. So don't forget that, guys. I'm just looking at when that is. Deadline for game week 20, 30th on Saturday. So it's not. It does, there's no slowing down. But yeah, I think we all do enjoy this football over this festive period. But yeah, it's not long to go now, guys. We've got
yeah,
about 10 minutes.
it's under 10 minutes before the end of their Boxing Day deadline. Hopefully, you've made your moves.
All right, let's check the fixtures, obviously, and go through what we think is going to happen in these games as well. I mean, Newcastle Forest, what do you see there in terms of Newcastle? Do you think they'll bounce back, obviously, after their disappointing loss to Luton?
Yeah, they should bounce back in this home fixture, and with Isaac and Gordon starting as well, it's a strong attack for them. I'm not sure whether they keep a clean sheet or not, but yeah, Newcastle should get the win, even though it's an early kickoff. I'm gonna go with 2-1. I think Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle. Okay. I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle as well there. I think Newcastle will probably bounce back in this game. Obviously, home fixture. I'm expecting Gordon hopefully gets on the score sheet. A couple of goals from Gordon will be lovely. I don't know what his ownership's like at the moment either. Because a lot of people have got rid of Gordon. I think his ownership's still quite high, actually, 24%. But yeah, Gordon goal would be brilliant. So we've got a comment here from Roman. I have just seen that Wilson is benched. What would you do to him as an owner? Well, it depends who you have on the bench, Roman, as well. If you've got a decent bench cover, like an Archer, you could just play Archer or play Konza is his debate. Would you play Konza who's got Man United, or would you do a transfer? I'd
I wouldn't
probably
be
just.
against.
I mean, I'd probably just play Konza personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against playing Konza. I'm honest. I mean, West Ham they managed a clean sheet against Man United. I wouldn't be surprised if Konza gets a clean sheet against them at Old Trafford.
Mm. Yeah, I think with Konza, obviously Man United haven't scored in 4 games, so there's a clean sheet potential there for Aston Villa. So you could just keep Konza, to be fair. Alex said also to start Mitoma ahead of Branthwaite. In the chance potentially if Mitoma does start, obviously we don't know how long he's out for, how serious it is. But yeah, I don't know if you do want to do that.
I don't think I can because I've only got 3 defenders.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. You got 4. You're playing 4 defenders.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm playing 4. My bad. Got to play obviously Branthwaite. Yeah, I'm not confident at all if Mitoma is going to actually start because even if he is playing fit, I mean, I think Zerbi would still just bench him playing for a few minutes. I don't think Zerbi doesn't like to take risks, especially for injured players, especially if they just come back from being injured. And the way Mitoma looked after walking off in crutches with his ankle injury, I didn't look promising at all.
And even if he does come on, what if he's benched, comes on for a 1-pointer? That
Yeah,
also could potentially happen.
Yeah, that's
It's up to
happened a
you.
couple of times as well.
Yeah.
I don't think this week I'm not taking any risk with players' minutes. I know Branthwaite's going to start. If he probably won't keep a clean sheet, probably be White, but as long as I'm expecting
90 minutes basically.
Yeah, that's one because I've got no bench, so I can't take any of these risks with my team in this stage. So it'll be Branthwaite, I think.
We've got a comment here from Adit. Simicast to Walker or Simicast to Zinchenko or roll. Porro, Colwell, Gabriel. I'll be rolling if I were you, Adit. I think in your position, I think Porro's fine. Colwell, got Palace. I think that's still fine. Gabriel, we know, is fine as well. So I probably would just roll. Walker. could pay off. Obviously, Man City could potentially have a double game week coming up in the future, so that could be a nice little early, sort of move there that you go early and then beat the crowd there. But not sure about Zinchenko. To be fair, I think I still like Zinchenko as an FPL pick because we know he's got attacking threat as well. So yeah, I probably would roll in your position. Play Darwin or Foden. Again, I've said Darwin. If you've got Darwin, you have to play him against Burnley. I know he's not scored in quite a few games now, to be honest, but I still think, against Burnley, I would want to play Darwin. Dan the man, Huss, good job. He said 10 minutes to go. For some reason, I thought it was an 11:30 deadline. No, guys, it is a 11 o'clock deadline, and there is 5 minutes only left now for that deadline. So get those moves locked in. Get those bench orders sorted out. Get the captaincy sorted out. I'm just checking my captaincy because sometimes I do mess up. So it's on Salah, and the vice, I've got it on Son. Are you locked, Jordan, in terms of captaincy?
Oh yeah,
you're on Watkins.
Yeah, I am on Watkins captain this week. It's a bit probably biased as I'm a Man United fan, but it's what my expectations are from that game. And yeah, I see Watkins doing pretty well against Man United.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's gonna be nice to see as well what the captaincies are this week. Because we expect Haaland not to play. If that's the case, Salah, I probably think will be the most popular. I definitely think Son, Watkins, and these guys, they'll have decent numbers in terms of captaincy managers behind them. But yeah, let us know in the chat, guys. Who are you captaining? Are you gone Salah? Are you gone Watkins, Son? Anyone else that we're not considered? If you've gone different with someone like a Trent or a Darwin as well, let us know. Bournemouth Fulham, what we saying for this game?
Yeah, I think this will be a high scoring one. I think from both sides because they both have shown they can score a lot of goals in their matches. In terms of score, I'm going to go with a draw. Actually, I'm going to go with 2-2.
I'm going to go for a Bournemouth win. I think I'm going to 2-1 Bournemouth. Hopefully, Solanke can get on the score sheet again. I've been impressed with Bournemouth actually a lot in the last couple of weeks. I think they're doing really well. So maybe they can keep the form up. Sheffield have Luton. Obviously, Archer. Some people are playing him. Do you see Luton winning again? Luton have been quite impressive at home, but obviously this is an away fixture.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm not sure how to call this one. Which way it's going to go. But yeah, I think I see Luton's winning somehow against Sheffield. I'm going to go with 2-1 Luton, and I think Archer will score, but I think Luton will get the win.
What's the score you going again? Sorry,
2-1 Luton.
2-1 Luton. I'm going to go for 1-1. I think Sheffield and Luton. I'm going to go 1-1 draw. Burnley Liverpool. Again, obviously I've captained Salah, so I'm hoping for something there. What are you saying for that in terms of score line? How you see it going?
Yeah, it might considerably be tough. I think for Liverpool, even though it is an away fixture, yeah, I don't think it's as good as it looks on paper as it is tempting. I think it's going to be low scoring and a bit grindy. I think to break down Burnley, I'm going to go with 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it could be that sort of game. Obviously, Liverpool haven't actually. Obviously, Liverpool drew the last 2 games against Arsenal and Man United, so Liverpool do need to win this game. And I think they will. We'll go Liverpool to bounce back, and I'll go for a 2-0 win for Liverpool there. And yeah, hopefully Salah, Trent are involved. We've got Man United, your team at home to Aston Villa. I'm sure that's the standout fixture of today. I'm sure we'll all be watching that 8 o'clock today. How do you see your team faring? Obviously, you've captained Watkins, so I'm guessing not well.
Yeah, I don't see this going not well either. Every Man United fan is feeling this feeling of Aston Villa giving us a thrashing at Old Trafford.
Really? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, Man United, they don't convince from what we've watched, to be fair.
No, it's just one of the last games. Just gave up after that first goal went in, and against Aston Villa, there's going to be no mercy they're going to give at Man United. So, score prediction, I'm not going to be soft on this. I'm going to say 3-0 Aston Villa.
Ooh. Okay, 3-0 Villa. That's big. That will be big on if United do concede 3, definitely. And yeah, that is the deadline actually, guys. It's 11 o'clock. So hopefully you guys have locked your teams in. And yeah, we will see how this game week goes, I guess. But yeah, good luck to everyone as well. I do want to say, good luck to you guys for game week 19. Hopefully we all get the green arrows that we want. In terms of my prediction for Aston Villa Man United, I'm going to go for I'll go 2-1 Aston Villa. The Man United could score, maybe break their little streak of not scoring. So I'll go 2-1 Aston Villa away win. And that's the fixtures out of today's way, really. We've got 5 on Boxing Day, and then we've got 3 tomorrow. So let's first up. Tomorrow we've got Brentford at home to Wolves. So you've got Hwang in that one. How do you see it going in terms of this fixture?
Yeah, I got Hwang for Wolves and Wissa for Brentford. So I got both of them playing against each other. I'm hoping there's goals going to go both ways for this fixture. Hopefully they're part of it. But yeah, again, it's another fixture. I'm not sure what to expect from, but I think Wolves can get something out of this game. I'm probably going to go with 2-1 Wolves.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 here. Brentford Wolves. I think it'll be a stalemate. I don't think it'll be that great of a game. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those games that you probably don't want to watch. Sorry, Brentford and Wolves fans. I just feel like it's going to be one of those games. So yeah, I'll go 1-1. Next up, we've got Chelsea and Palace. Chelsea at home. Obviously, they've just lost 2-1 the last fixture. Nkunku did score. Maybe we'll see Nkunku start. We know Palmer suspended. We know Sterling suspended. So these are quite big players for Chelsea. What do you see in that regard then, in terms of Chelsea? Do they bounce back or do Palace get something here?
Well, yeah, it's going to be interesting without Palmer and Sterling in the team, especially Palmer. He's like the key man for Chelsea. He's turned them around a bit in their results. Without him now in this game, we could see maybe Crystal Palace getting a draw from this. So I'm going to go with 2-2. I think Crystal Palace can get another draw out of this tough fixture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go different. I'm going to predict a Chelsea loss. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Palace win, actually. I think Palace will win this one. Not really been impressed with Chelsea. Obviously, Palmer and Sterling, I think, are big misses. I think they are 2 of Chelsea's best players. And I think they will struggle without those players. So, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Palace, away win. And then finally, obviously, tomorrow we've got Everton at home to Man City. We expect Haaland to not play. Everton have shown a bit of resurgence at home. So Man City blanked last game week after the Club World Cup. They did win the Club World Cup. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, again, this is going to be very tight result. I think it's not going to be a landslide for sure. I mean, I think Man City should get the win, as they need it definitely more than Everton do. But Everton are going to put up a fight at home against them. So I'm going to go with 2-1 Man City.
Yeah, that's the same scoreline I was going to go, to be fair, 2-1. I think Man City will do enough to get the win. I think Everton will make it tough for them. But ultimately, I don't see Everton taking anything away from this game. I think Man City will win. And then we'll see how they do, obviously, again, without Haaland. And then next week, we might have to look at ways to get Haaland back in. And then finally, obviously, Thursday, we got 2 fixtures as well. Some nice games as well. Brighton at home to Spurs. Thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I can see Brighton conceding and Spurs going on to win that game. I'm going to go with 3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs, okay. I mean, I'll take that as a Son owner. Hopefully, I think Son's a good captaincy pick, by the way, guys. For those that had Son, I think if you went Son captain, he could definitely pay off as well, I think. So, yeah, I'm going to go for... Yeah, I'll go 3-1, actually. I think Son could go big. So, Yeah, I'll go 3-1 with Son getting on the score sheet, maybe a couple of goals, or a couple of attacking returns, I should say. And then finally, the last game of game week 19, we've got Arsenal at home to West Ham. Obviously, we've got a few Arsenal picks like Gabriel. I've got him. Some people are playing Bowen as well, potentially. How do you see this one going for Arsenal? Do you see them getting back to winning ways?
Yeah, this should be another goal fest in this London derby, I think. Hopefully it is. I do see the Arsenal win, and I'm going to go with a very, very big score. I'm going to go with 4-3 Arsenal.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, I didn't expect that scoreline. I'm going to go with... I don't think there'll be that many goals. I just don't see Arsenal conceding that many goals with the way they're set up defensively. But obviously West Ham, they've been a bit impressive as well in recent weeks. The Kudus looking very good. Paqueta, I think Paqueta is excellent. One of my favorite players to watch, actually, non-Liverpool player. But yeah, I think Arsenal will win. I think Arsenal will win just by the odd goal. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Arsenal there at home as well. So yeah, those are the fixtures out the way, guys. As I said, we are probably going to stream, just looking when. So gaming 30, we've got a deadline stream. And then we've got to do a team selection video before that. Just look at the diary. We will probably stream on Thursday night, guys. So just want to, yeah, we are streaming 100% because we've got a couple of Arsenal assets. We've got West Ham assets, potentially Brighton, Spurs as well. So yeah, we are streaming, I believe, at 10:15 or 10:30 UK time. So it's going to be a late one, guys. So around 10:30. Do tune in Thursday night on the 28th of December for a late stream. Should be a good one. Knee jerk straight after Arsenal and West Ham. Make sure you guys tune in for that knee jerk stream. I don't think there's going to be, content. We don't normally stream at that time. Make sure you do tune in for that. Ring that notification bell, and also make sure you are subscribed so you don't, miss out. You'll get a notif on your phone when we do go live. So, yeah, 10:30 ish on Thursday night, we will be going live. So make sure you don't miss that one. But yeah, if you are in the stream still, please do smash the like button, guys. There's not enough likes on the video. So if you are watching and you enjoy the content that we create, hit that like button, show us you appreciate the support. It always helps us out with the channel. Hit that subscribe button as well. We've just passed 1,000, as I said, not long ago. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers now. We're trying to grow the channel. Share the video as well if you can. Really helps support again the channel, and it helps us out, in terms of growth as well. Elliot as well. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Elliot.
No Palmer or Sterling. Also, Elliot, remember there was only a deadline 2 minutes before. Lucky you got your transfers in. I'm assuming you did. And yeah, good luck to everyone watching for this game week. I think it's going to be a good game week. I don't know what to expect really from this game week, so it could be anything. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully another green arrow for myself as well. Make a few green arrows in a row now.
Yeah, I'm hoping the captain pick pays off going different, because I expect Salah to be high in effective ownership.
Yeah,
especially captaincy. So hopefully Watkins can either match or get something from his fixture.
Yeah. Okay, nice. We'll probably wrap it up here then. So again, as I said, next time we stream will be on Thursday night after Arsenal and West Ham. So that's it from us for now. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate all you guys in the chat, and it's been a good chat as well. Obviously, Boxing Day stream. And yeah, see you guys on Thursday. Anything else you want to add, Jordan, before we do wrap it up?
Yeah, just enjoy your Boxing Day football, and I'll see your Boxing Day in general. But yeah, until then, we'll see you for the knee jerk and see how you guys have done, and obviously how we've done. Hopefully, we've all done pretty well. We've got a green arrow by the end of it. But until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your holidays.